bring up too is about, they say you even told about, you and Marty, about faking his death. Well, we explained that a jillion times what that was about. So many people kept saying, "Oh, he's alive, he's alive."
So we thought we'd,
they just
throw something out there and
make it look how silly it was.
And
they even had fiction.
Yeah. The only thing was the English tabloids picked it up, and we couldn't control.
No.
They put it out as factual information.
But we have explained that a million times.
But, there wasn't nothing we could do about that. I mean, that's over in that country. We had no say of what they,
And in no way do we want to disrespect anybody. We wouldn't disrespect anybody. We would not disrespect Delta. We thought Delta was funny, but Delta had her. I mean, she was.
Oh yeah,
nice when she wanted to be, but she was a character. And Delta had a drinking problem, and when she drank, she was grumpy and kind of obnoxious and everything else. And I don't care what anybody says. We spent a lot of time around Delta, and I could tell a whole lot of stories about Aunt Delta. She was not a glorified angel, which we weren't either. But don't make somebody a lie over something they know, because the story that Danny told, we told him that story, and that's true. I mean, it's completely true. You can ask any one of the guys that are still living or anything about it. It was a big
and by
thing.
the way, a certain person is supposed to know Al real well.
Yeah.
Supposed to contact him. Well, I got news for you. I have talked to Al a couple of times over the years and still don't know how to get to him and talk to him, and I don't think Al would deny that.
It was not.
It was not anything,
no.
to make a big issue out of it. It really wasn't. But she had a crush on Al because Al was a good-looking guy. Well, she didn't carry it.
No.
To a real open point. But she did, she would make little suggestions.
I have seen
like
her make statements. I've heard her.
Yeah.
Me and Patsy like her. We've heard her, and Delta was funny.
She was.
Yeah, she was funny, but she did a lot of stuff that Elvis, I'm sure people have heard about the plane ride and what she did on the plane, and Elvis was so upset about it. It was not on the Lisa Marie. It was just on, I think it was that flat belly plane is what I call it. He took a group up around just to fly around Memphis, and I'm not going to go into that because but he was very upset with her for doing that, and he came to our house, our trailer, and said and was really, really, really mad, and said how angry he was and how hurt he was, and mostly how embarrassed he was that she did that to those people that she took up. She said a lot of nasty things to them, and he wanted her. He was mad enough. He wanted her to leave.
He was thinking about getting her an apartment, and all. And
that's the truth. I mean, you can ask anybody that's still around that remembers that.
That was Elvis at the moment.
Yes.
He was mad.
Yeah.
He was upset.
He even was crying. He even cried about it because he was so embarrassed.
But Aunt Delta
had her good. She was a good person.
She was a good person, and and she had her funny sides to her. But she also had like all of us, certain things.
We all have,
that wasn't wasn't too pleasing at times, and but she did, she thought Al was a good-looking guy, and and
Elvis thought it was funny,
and Elvis thought it was funny. He, because
I can't
Al
see.
went to Elvis and said, she keeps, throwing little hints at me and all that. And
it was not an affair. It was not anything like that. It was just a little silly
And I believe
thing.
I would tell you the same
do
thing
too.
today.
I do
you know,
too.
but because it was a bigger issue made out of it than what it really was.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but it
We just
was,
teased him about it.
Yeah,
and,
we
you
teased
know,
him a lot about it, and he would, you know, he
I didn't.
he didn't. But honest with you, he didn't like to tease him a whole lot. You know.
No, and you know, Al was a great guy. He was a you know, one of the great guys that
Extremely loyal.
Yes.
Worked hard.
Yes.
You know, he done his job excellent. You know, he was.
That's why Elvis called him two-step.
And
Two-step.
You know, and yeah, and you know, just to be honest with you, I'm an ass kisser of Al. You know, because he was. I really
He served our country and
Yes, sir.
and military.
Military-wise, and
Yes.
just like I say, just a
I was
great
crazy
guy,
about
great
Al. I
individual.
thought he was just, you know, one of the best guys, one of the most dedicated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, of the younger guys, Al just was he loved Elvis. He was very dedicated. And I don't know, I don't mean to get on a rave, and I don't mean to hurt anybody's feelings.
I want to rave.
But I do want to say this.
Yeah.
I want to say hello to my cousins, Barbara Ronsville, I call her Bob, Lee Ronsville, and that sweet little Vivi Ronsville. And hope y'all are watching, and want you to know that I love you so much. And also, everybody that came to our event, we had the best time, and met a lot of people, and made a lot of new friends, saw a lot of old friends, and it was just great. This past year was great. We hope to be able to do it again. We've had some issues, but we've been going through some you know, personal hardships too that have kind of set us back a little bit. Nothing to really, you know, worry a whole lot about, I hope. But
I do want to ask one thing of one of the fans that was there. This gentleman gave me three coins, and gosh, you know, the solid silver, you know, beautiful coins. And I'm sorry. Please, if you watch this video, send Danielle a text message of your name, and also I can, you know, thank you again, and because I misplaced your card, and God, I'm sorry. I just, you know, but we got a lot of people bought us a lot of things, and somehow I misplaced it, and I'm sorry. So if you would, you know, contact her.
We missed a lot of people that were not able to come.
Yeah.
But we had sold out shows every day, and we enjoyed so much seeing a lot of our older friends that came, and the ones that we've met over the years, like David and Jean and Christy and John, Daniel, isn't it? Yes, Christy and John. And Christy and John came to every show, every single show, and
also
we didn't know we were that interesting. Thank you.
Also, two that are really, you know, our friends and have been, gosh, ever since. Ever since, you know,
the world began.
The world began. Yeah, that's Debbie Brown and Tom Kirby.
Yeah.
And they were at our shows, and you know they.
You know.
And I want to thank them because you know they know a whole lot about Elvis, a whole lot.
And they know a whole lot about the people that were at there. We've known Debbie for over 60 years.
So, you know, we just want to say a little shout out.
And Tom. I've known Tom, you know.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
Alan Wade, everybody.
Alan,
you know,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to leave you out. And I'm probably leaving several people out, but I don't mean to.
We miss our friends that are not with us anymore. We just had the anniversary of my mother, Sarah Norris, and my best friend, Patsy Lacker, who passed away October the 5th, 6 years ago. And God, I miss them. I miss them so much. Patsy, of course, I spent, my life with Mama till I married Billy at 15.
Yeah.
which that's another thing. We, our parents signed for us to be married. They knew how we were with each other, and they signed. There was nothing in the South. A lot of people get married very young, maybe in other parts of the country too, but we were. That's why Elvis always said he would use our grade school pictures and tell everybody that was our wedding pictures. I know he brought Sheila Ryan out to the trailer one night and had his flashlight, and he flashed it on. He said, "These are Billy and Joe's wedding pictures," and it was, I think, what, were we in the 3rd grade or something?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We will be coming up in a couple of weeks on the end of October on Phyllis Potts 2 years.
Yes,
Yeah.
Phyllis Potts. I was going to mention that on the next one, but Phyllis Potts was one of our best friends in the whole world. I loved her to death. She used to come and spend time here with us, and she passed away on October the 31st, 2 years ago, I believe, 2 years ago. And it's strange because I think that's Tricia, her daughter's favorite day is October 31st, so that kind of put a damper on that. But her and her mama were very close, and Phyllis was close to all of her family, and Phyllis was very close to us. We miss her. I miss her. I can think about her, and I think about our tomato sandwiches.
Yeah. Also, nobody lived at Graceland except for Aunt Delta and Grandma.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, some
Charlie
of the
lived
guys,
out
some of the guys, they would spend the night because Elvis wanted somebody, to be there. Cause something he wanted over in the, in the morning or whatever. So, we usually had one guy, and they usually stayed downstairs because there was a extra bedroom down there.
But
Down there.
Charlie,
Down
down there. We talk country. We don't. We're not as civilized and as professional as a lot of people. But Charlie did.
What do you mean? I am very civilized.
Charlie did live out in the garage apartment when Elvis died. He was living out there.
I even knew what a finger bowl was. I mean,
and a lot of the
I
guys.
showed people how to do it. Just get out and drink out of it.
A lot of guys at different times would live there for a few months or so, but as a permanent thing, they didn't.
Yeah.
But none of the family, except for Gene Smith, when Gene and Louise did live there
they did.
at one time, and then they bought a house and.
But they lived in the garage apartment out there.
Their kids did. They had a room upstairs too that was turned into a closet.
Yeah, that's off of, that's where Elvis's dressing room is now. Yeah.
Grandma's room used to be Lisa's room. I mean, Lisa's room used to be Grandma's room. And that's where when we would go up there, we would spend the night in her room. And when she was out of town, when she wasn't at Graceland. And like I said, a lot of nights we spent all night long in Elvis's room, in Palm Springs, at Graceland and everywhere else. But it's funny to tell that because it sounds so but it wasn't anything like that. We a lot of times would sit on the bed and in a circle, hold hands, and do the chants that he taught us, and it was just a personal, private, good time. There was no sexual stuff going on, nothing nasty, and nothing nothing like that. But it just, when you say you spent the night with Elvis in his room and his girlfriend and him in bed, it sounds kind of, but you just have to pick, you just have to know how it was.
He stayed up all night, so, and he had this one big chair. I mean, two, maybe even three people could actually get in it.
And we usually sit in that.
And we sat in that,
and freeze to death.
He'd actually go get
He'd go get us one of his robes or one of his jackets to sweatsuits,
Yeah.
and or even a blanket, and we would cover up with that because I swear it's like Lamar said, you could hang meat in there and it wouldn't hurt.
But Gene was, I would say, the closest person to Elvis. And
While he was around.
when they were growing up and he was working for Elvis. He was probably closer to Elvis than I was at that time. And so, I'm going to give credit where credit's due because, he was. And Gene
all the
was
guys were close.
Yeah, everybody was close. But Gene was just, he made Elvis laugh. He was funny. And
he was. And he was family.
I know they went over on the ship to Hawaii.
Aloha.
And
Aloha.
Elvis and Gene, they were coming in, and these people were putting all these lays on Elvis, and and Gene was watching them and all that, and they would say aloha, and Gene said, "Yeah, well, forget ha." He didn't get it like
he kept going aloha, aloha, and he would throw out these, and then he finally said, "Forget ha," because nobody ever responded to him.